People often ask, how do you get your dog to want to train with you? And that's real simple. I make it so fun and so positive that it's the most positive experience he has all day. First of all, training should only last 5 to 10 minutes at a time. Don't be one of those people who trains your dog constantly. They're always on the dog. Sit, come, stay, sit, come, down, da, 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 da. It wears a dog's nerves out. So whenever you see someone doing that, they're nagging their dog over and over again. Most of the time, my dog's free. He can run around and have fun and run in the yard and play and frolic with his friends until I ask him to do something. During training, when I structure my training times, I make them real simple. They last 5 to 10 minutes at a time. With a high drive dog like Goofy, you might make them last longer. You might go 10 to 15 minutes, but you'll never train more than 15, 20 minutes with any dog, even the top level competition dog, protection dog, or detection dog. Keeping it very short and allowing the dog to succeed, allowing the dog to win, and ending it on that positive note is the #1 goal for success in dog training. Dogs have a very, very short attention span, so you can only hope that they'll pay attention to you for that duration. And when they start to check out, it doesn't get any better. There's no way you're going to get your dog back to do one more time. When he starts checking out, I would really encourage you to end it on a positive note, put the dog away, put him in his crate, in his kennel, put him in the house, put him in his room, and then that's it. It's end of story. As you can see, Goofy's raring to go. He just wants to do something, and I haven't even given him a command yet. I've just been standing here talking to you. That's the kind of focus you're going to gain on your dog if you play the game right. That means when the dog is on, he's on with me. There's treats involved, there's toys involved. There's a toy right now in my back pocket, there's another toy behind my back, and all he really wants to do is to get to those toys, which is what I want him to do. Everything we'll do with our dog is going to involve the dog succeeding, the dog learning a behavior, the dog understanding that behavior, and being rewarded for that behavior. Without a reward, without a mark, without a food reward or a treat reward or a toy reward or anything like that, there's no way the dog will mark that. In the old days, people would put a pinch collar on a dog and yank up on the dog's neck until the dog sat, and then would say, ah, that's a good boy. Now, a lot of the training has really gone quite the other way. That means the trainers now wait for the dog to do something, and they wait and wait and wait. And if the dog does the right thing, then they'll reward the dog with a clicker or a treat. The answer, again, lies somewhere in the middle. You're going to want to shape behaviors and mold behaviors, and that's all stuff that I'm going to teach you to do. Using food will be your primary starting point for training your dog, and then you'll move on to toys. The difference between food reward and toy reward are quite simple if I explain it to you this way. 1, if you use a food reward, it calms the dog down. Dogs generally will take the food and take that minute to chew it, swallow it, and eat it. If you use a toy, on the other hand, it engages the dog to play. So the dog will start bringing his drives back up. In the beginning, when we want to get the dog shaped into wanting to be with us and wanting to be next to us and wanting to obey us and focus on us, we use treats more often than we use toys. You'll have to determine the drive of your dog and the personality of your dog. So if your dog is a real lazy dog but gets crazy for a ball, bring that ball out. Now, I'd like to tell you a really important point. That is, if your dog is ball crazy, do not bring that ball out and let him play the whole time with that ball. If you do, you're going to lessen the effect that that ball has on the reward. So if my dog is crazy for tug toys and balls, he never sees a tug toy or ball unless he's playing with me, training with me, or working with me on a new behavior or an obedience routine. Treats, same way. If you feed your dog a big meal for breakfast and then you bring your dog out and suddenly you want to have your dog train with you, well, he already had the reward. And then it becomes punishment because what you're doing is you're asking your dog to do a behavior and you're giving him a very small amount of reward where you've already given him a great reward for doing nothing. So all training should be done before feeding, and it should also be done before walk and playtime. So dogs always go from an area of confinement to structure, interaction, playing, and then to freedom. So 1, I take my dog out in the morning, I let him do his potty, I do a quick 5-minute, 10-minute obedience routine or obedience training, and then I'll play tug with the dog, I'll play ball with the dog, or I'll feed my dog. That's the first routine. In the afternoon, I'll take my dog out, I'll work with my dog on some simple behaviors, a sit, a down, a front, a come, a recall, anything like that. Then I'll take my dog for a long walk or a long play session, a frisbee, ball session, or whatever it is. In the afternoon, I bring my dog out and I engage him immediately to me. We do another little obedience, sit down, recall, whatever the training is for that point. And then, boom, he gets to play or gets his dinner rewards.